Bremerhaven. This is a city on the east bank of the Weser estuary in northern Germany. It forms an exclave of the city-state of Bremen. The River Geeste flows through the city before emptying into the Weser. Bremerhaven was founded in 1827 as a seaport for Bremen, and it remains one of the busiest ports in the country. It was historically ruled by Geestemünde on the opposite side of the Geeste, which belongs to Hanover and later Prussia. Geestemünde unit with the neighbouring Lehe to form the city of Wesermünde in 1924, and Bremerhaven was itself annexed to Wesermünde in 1939. But the entire conurbation was restored to Bremen in 1947. The town is really nice. At the beginning, at 1827, but neighbouring settlements such as Lehe were in a vicinity as early as the 12th century, and Geestendorf was mentioned in documents of the 9th century. The tiny village were built on a small island in the swampy estuary. The Emperor Ferdinand III ordered his vassal Christina of Sweden, then Duchess Regnant of Bremen-Verden, to restitute Lehe to Bremen. Finally, in 1827, the city Bremen under the Bürgermeister Johann Schmidt bought the territory at the mouth of the Weser from the Kingdom of Hanover. And the Kingdom of Hanover founded a rival town next to the Bremerhaven and called it Geestemünde. Both towns grew and established the three economic pillars of trade, shipbuilding, and fishing. Bremerhaven was one of the important harbors of emigration in Europe, as possibly the most critical North Sea base of the Kriegsmarine. 79% of the city was destroyed in the Allied air bombing of Bremen in World War II. However, the key parts of the port were deliberately spared by the Allied force to provide a usable harbor for supplying the Allies after the war. In 1947, the city became part of the federal state Free Hanseatic City of Bremen and was consequently renamed from Wesermünde to Bremerhaven. And of course, the port of Bremerhaven is the 16th largest container port in the world and the 4th largest in Europe, with 4.9 million 20-foot equivalent units. You see, that's a big thing. Bremerhaven has a temperature maritime climate. Several frost and heat waves with a temperature above 30 degrees Celsius are rare. On average, the city receives about 751 millimeters of precipitations distributed throughout the year. And of course, we have a lot of tourist extraction there. Bremerhaven has only a few historical buildings, and the high street and the city center are almost entirely post-war. The main attraction for tourists are found at the Hafenwelten and include an attraction about climate change. The Klimahaus Bremerhaven, 8 degrees Ost, the German Immigration Center, and the German Maritime Museum by Hans Scharon from 1975, featuring the Hanse Kogge, a vintage cog dating from 1380, excavated in Bremen in 1662, and the historical harbor, Museumshafen, with a number of museum ships, such as the Type XXI U-boat Wilhelm Bauer, and the salvage tug Seefalke from 1924. The Bremerhaven Zoo reopened on 27 March 2004 after a lengthy renovation. In featuring Arctic wildlife, both terrestrial and marine. The latest addition is the Klimahaus from 2009, simultaneous travel adventuring along the 8th line of a longitude and dealing with climate issues. 2 gazebos can be found on top of the Atlantic Hotel Sail City and the Radar Tower. Another tourist spot is the Fischereihafen. This is the fishing port in Geestemünde, which also houses an aquarium, the Atlanticum. The Lloydworth shipyard is renowned for building and renovating large cruise liners, an example for the Norway. Every 5 years, Sail Bremerhaven is held, a large sailing convention that attracts tall ships from all over the world. The last time it was held was in 2015 with over 270 vessels and 3,500 crew members. In 2011, Bremerhaven set the record for the largest ever parade of boats with 327 vessels in the parade. This record was broken in 2012 by the Thames Diamond Jubilee pageant with 1,000 boats. The passengers terminal Kolumbuskaya, built at the Weser bank in 1927 to avoid time-absorbing locking, has been transferred into a cruise terminal, the Columbus Cruise Center Bremerhaven, CCCB. Also, the marinas are available, the latest assembling through a new lock at Neuer Hafen. And of course, a big bunch of nationalities are at Bremerhaven. The population is big, nearly 4,000 of Syrians, 3,000 of Turkey, 2,400 Bulgarians, 2,290 Polands, 1,500 Portugals, 1,200 Romanians, and 750 Russians, 570 Serbians, over 500 Greece, and over 400 Kosovos, for example, of course. And of course, Bremerhaven is a home to the Alfred Wegener Institute, a national research institute which is concerned with maritime science and climate and keeps a number of research vessels. Amongst them, the heavy research icebreaker RW Polarstern. It also runs the Neumayer Station 3 in the Antarctic. Fraunhofer Society Institute for Wind Energy and Energy System Technology, the maintenance research laboratories in Bremerhaven for development and testing of the wind power components. The German Maritime Museum is part of the German Leibniz Association, and the Bremerhaven University of Applied Science was founded in 1975 and expanding since with more than 3,000 students. That's a cool city where you can find a lot of fun and a lot of history. Of course, this and more is Bremerhaven. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe me and give me a positive feedback, and I hope to see you again on my channel. Soon.